Okay, so for this assignment, I'm going to be talking about performance vehicles, and performance vehicles itself um, is a subject that some people can go either one side, which is very good, and one side which is very bad. There's no in between. Some people will literally spend millions, not millions, but like a good amount of money on cars that are only supposed to get you from one place to the other, which is point A to point B. Some of these cars might not look fancy at all. They might look like complete dusters and just old cars, but some of these cars are actually pushing like 900 horsepower under the hood. You may see some of these cars. A lot of them look expensive. A lot of them look expensive itself, but a lot of people just add parts onto their cars, which is something that I do myself, and something that you could do yourself. Like, you just gotta add parts into your car, make it look really expensive. Performance cars or project cars are a very big deal within the car community, because this brings together, in a way, a family of people who love cars. You know, brings together people. My body points that I will be talking about is spending money on parts to look and to go fast, regulations on cars, and import vehicles. So many of these people all have a purpose when it comes to putting in money into their cars, putting in parts and everything. They all have a purpose, and it's because they love to go fast, or they love to look expensive or luxurious. People do crazy things to their cars, such as paint jobs, body kits. They slam their cars, which technically means how low a car can go to the ground. They can either use it by putting new coils or airbags in their cars. When people add performances such as a bigger engine turbos, blow-off valves, this is only for one thing, and it's one thing only, is to go faster, speed, to win in races and everything. They do this because they think by winning in a race, or because they're faster than the car next to them, it brings them self-confidence. Some also contest are the best looking car, so they want to be the best looking car out there. They want to be better than that guy. They want to be better than him, you know. So they put all their money and everything into their cars. But with on the subject of cars, there are regulations for cars, and there is certain things that you can and cannot add onto cars, only because it is unsafe for the people around you, and it can be dangerous to yourself. With some stuff people add to their cars can be very dangerous, such as a very loud exhaust. Very loud exhaust often intrigues people in a way that you scare them and you bother people. Let's say you have a neighbor who owns a Mustang GT 500, you know, and he has a very loud exhaust. How would you feel like if you were woken up every morning with just the sound of a car? You know, you've seen them, you've heard these type of cars. Some people really like the loud noises. The biggest one in the car community is always having tint on windows. It might not be safe for people, like, it might be safe for yourself because, you know, tint is very illegal within the United States. You can't have certain tint under 5% because officers or people can't see what you're doing in your car, which, in my opinion, I think tint doesn't really matter. I feel like tint should just be, you know, tint doesn't really matter. One of the biggest regulations is speeding. Obeying the law is one thing, but it can be very dangerous for yourself and other drivers. Speeding is the number one motor killing accident, and it can ruin everything, you know. But people like going fast. People like the adrenaline they get. When it comes to building a car and buying an import car, there's a big difference. So buying a car from the United States, you know, it's American made. Most of these cars are from the Americas, but imports, they're different. They come from the UK, they come from Africa, they come from Northern America, you know. So all these cars are made there and they're shipped here. But some of the regulations in these vehicles are US regulated. So you can't be caught driving a Japanese car in the US because it could be illegal. There has been a ban on 25-year ban on import vehicles, and this is because some of the direct imports there's no speed regulation, so you can go up to like 200 and it won't regulate the speed, such as Japanese cars. Japanese cars are also on the right hand driving, and these aren't usually found in the US. The top most reasons why these cars are banned in the US is because they're very powerful. They're very powerful machines, and the government made them illegal to purchase and own them in the US. And if you were caught with an import vehicle, you could be stripping of your driver's license. So in this speech, I have covered spending money on parts to look good and to feel fast or to be fast, regulations on vehicles coming from tint, speeding, and exhaust, such as modifications, and import vehicles that you can't certainly have in the US because it is illegal or banned